2 years following the Battle of New York, Steve Rogers serves in Washington, D.C. at the espionage agency S.H.I.E.L.D. under the leadership of director Nick Fury while adjusting to modern society. Tasked alongside agent Natasha Romanoff, Rogers joins S.H.I.E.L.D.'s counterterrorism unit, Strike, under the command of Agent Rumlow, to liberate hostages aboard a S.H.I.E.L.D. vessel from the clutches of George Batroc and his mercenaries. Jasper Sitwell commands the S.H.I.E.L.D. ship. During the mission, Rogers uncovers Romanoff's ulterior motive: to access data from the ship's systems on behalf of Fury. As George evades capture, Rogers discerns Romanoff's true intentions. Returning to the Triskelion, S.H.I.E.L.D.'s headquarters, Rogers confronts Fury and is briefed on Project Insight, 3 helicarriers interconnected with spy satellites intended to preemptively neutralize threats. Unconvinced, Rogers argues that holding the world at gunpoint isn't protection. Rather, justice should follow due process, whereas Project Insight acts as judge, jury, and executioner. Unable to decipher the data retrieved by Romanoff, Fury grows suspicious of Insight and implores senior S.H.I.E.L.D. official Alexander Pierce to postpone the project. During his morning jog, Rogers crosses paths with Sam Wilson, forming a friendship. Sam is employed at the local VA center. En route to meet Maria Hill, Fury is ambushed by attackers led by the enigmatic Winter Soldier. Seeking refuge at Rogers' apartment, Fury warns Rogers of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s compromised state. Before succumbing to his injuries, Fury entrusts Rogers with a flash drive containing ship data. Pursuing the Winter Soldier, Rogers narrowly misses apprehending him. Following Fury's demise, Hill retrieves his body. The following day, Pierce summons Rogers to the Triskelion, insinuating that Fury orchestrated the pirates' actions, led by Batroc, to pilfer and sell classified intelligence. The transaction soured, resulting in the attack and Fury's demise. Pierce demands Rogers surrender any information Fury shared with him. Rogers' refusal leads Pierce to label him a fugitive. Evading Rumlow and his team, who are revealed to be working for Pierce, Rogers escapes. Pursued by Strike, Rogers rendezvous with Romanoff. Initially wary of each other, they eventually realize their shared goal: uncovering the truth behind Fury's demise. Using data from the flash drive, they locate a clandestine S.H.I.E.L.D. bunker in New Jersey, where they activate a supercomputer housing the consciousness of Arnim Zola, a former scientist for the Red Skull, who transferred his consciousness into computers in 1972. Zola discloses that Hydra has operated covertly within S.H.I.E.L.D. since its inception, orchestrating global chaos to manipulate humanity into surrendering its freedom for security. He reveals that Howard Stark and Fury were eliminated when they obstructed Hydra's plans. Narrowly escaping a S.H.I.E.L.D. missile strike on the bunker, Rogers and Romanoff learn that Pierce is relaunching Project Insight, framing Fury for delaying it to conceal his own illicit activities. Pierce also enlists the Winter Soldier to eliminate Rogers and Romanoff. Teaming up with former USAF parachute rescue specialist Sam Wilson, also known as the Falcon, Rogers and Romanoff devise a plan to thwart Hydra. They uncover that S.H.I.E.L.D. agent Jasper Sitwell is a Hydra mole and extracts crucial information from him regarding Zola's data mining algorithm. This algorithm can identify potential threats to Hydra by accessing extensive personal data. During an ambush by the Winter Soldier, Rogers recognizes him as Bucky Barnes, his friend from World War II, who was captured and experimented upon. Escaping to a safe house with Fury, who faked his death, the group strategizes to sabotage the helicarriers controlled by Hydra. Rogers exposes Hydra's plot to the World Security Council members, while Romanoff, disguised among them, neutralizes Pierce. Fury compels Pierce to unlock S.H.I.E.L.D.'s database, allowing Romanoff to leak classified information, revealing Hydra's machinations. In a confrontation, Fury eliminates Pierce. Rogers and Wilson infiltrate the helicarriers and disable them, while Rogers confronts the Winter Soldier. Refusing to fight his friend, Rogers attempts to reach Barnes, but the confrontation culminates in the helicarrier's collision with the Triskelion, throwing Rogers into the Potomac River. Barnes rescues him before vanishing into the wilderness. With S.H.I.E.L.D. disbanded, Romanoff testifies before a Senate subcommittee, and Fury embarks on a mission to dismantle Hydra. Rogers and Wilson vow to locate Barnes, while Rumlow, revealed as a Hydra double agent, is hospitalized. In a mid-credits scene, Baron Wolfgang von Strucker heralds the dawn of the Age of Miracles at a Hydra facility, where experiments with an energy-filled scepter yield individuals with superhuman abilities. In a post-credits scene, the Winter Soldier visits a memorial dedicated to Barnes at the Smithsonian Institution.
From the instant Captain America expelled someone from a ship, it became evident that this Marvel movie would diverge from the norm. Marvel had recently been grappling with fatigue from the superhero genre, with projects like Iron Man 3, Thor: The Dark World, and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. falling short of the established standards set by Iron Man and the Avengers. However, the Winter Soldier not only injected a fresh sense of grit into the Marvel Universe, likely influencing Marvel's Netflix shows, but also fundamentally reshaped the MCU with the introduction of Hydra. Meticulously crafted, the Winter Soldier boasts immaculate action. The Russo brothers not only redefined Captain America's character, but also completely redirected the trajectory of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This film makes it evident that the events depicted will reverberate through future movies and characters. While Marvel movies typically rely on action to engage audiences, it was the performances that stood out. The dynamic between Cap and Black Widow is captivating, evolving into an almost familial bond. Their relationship avoids romantic cliches, deepening the audience's investment in them. One striking moment was the interactions between Mackie, Evans, and Scarlett Johansson, their subtle body language, and the way they gaze at each other. The Russo brothers skillfully framed these moments, conveying a genuine emotional connection, particularly evident in Johansson's outstanding performance. Jackson's Nick Fury also shares a compelling chemistry with Evans, whose earnest demeanor fits the character of Captain America perfectly. Jackson elevates his role through nuanced line delivery. Regarding the story, there's little to nitpick, thanks in part to the polished script by Stephen McFeely and Christopher Marcus, the scribes behind the first Avenger. The contribution resulted in the best script seen in the MCU to date, enhancing the overall narrative coherence. There's little left unsaid about the Russo brothers, except for the revolutionary transformation of a character once considered among the MCU's more mundane. With the Winter Soldier, they've elevated him to newfound levels of awesomeness. Additionally, a wave of nostalgia washes over as Cap's old foes return for a rematch, bringing along an unforeseen twist that defies expectation, regardless of how many times one has viewed the trailer. Primarily Captain America's narrative, the exceptional ensemble further underscores this fact. With all characters seeking guidance from Cap, it delivers a hefty emotional impact, undoubtedly earning its place as the Empire strikes back of its era. Infusing the MCU with the newfound gravity, it still sprinkles of ample doses of laughter and nostalgic charm. Even for those indifferent to superheroes, its gripping stakes, breathtaking action, and surprisingly humorous moments are sure to captivate. Once merely the Star-Spangled Man with a plan, Captain America has evolved into something more, embodying a mix of traits including a love for Marvin Gaye and the Star Wars and Star Trek franchises. With that said, Captain America the Winter Soldier is a standout entry in its genre, serving as both an introduction and continuation. Refreshingly, newcomers can dive in without feeling lost, while the actors infuse their characters with unexpected depth. Despite occasional editing reminiscent of the Jason Bourne school of freneticism, the action sequences brim with suspense. Moreover, the storyline echoes the paranoia-laden films of the 70s, reminiscent of works starring Robert Redford and Warren Beatty. That's about it for our movie recap and review of Captain America the Winter Soldier. Stay tuned for more MCU Phase 2 in our next videos. As thanks for watching the whole video, here's a picture of a cute puppy. And if you have a movie or TV show that you want us to cover, just comment it down below. We'll make a video of it in the future. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out our playlist for more recaps.